but there's something interesting that we want to share, and that is we actually got energy healing for both of them. Because we both believe in meditation, managing like energies and all that kind of stuff lah. So let me see, maybe Ling, you can share a bit. Let me see if I can share their report.
So for both of us as humans, right, we also do energy healing for us day to day. So when we found out that Mira was sick and, like there was this condition that is incurable, we are like, you know what do we have to lose at this point? Like anything that we can put money and throw money at the problem and solve, right, we'll do it. And so we called our friend Amelia, and she did this healing for them, energy healing, 1 hour each to find out what's going on with them. These things, right, we won't know, like from the doctor's report. Because the vet report for me wasn't definitive, but this was.
So, do you want to explain to them a little bit about Mira and Maya? And then after that, we'll bring Amelia on to talk a little bit more about cat and cat energies.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to read it out. For Mira, the energy points towards the fact that she suffered from trauma while she was still in her mother's stomach. Her heart is not functioning well, and energy around the heart is weak, as it seems that the heart's electrical system is not working well, resulting in erratic heartbeat.
Okay, so here's the interesting thing. If the mom, Amelia did say if the mom was a feral cat, right?
Yeah.
Trauma can be anything from having to shun from humans because they're scared, or needing to fight for food,
survival.
Survival instincts. So I know that cats, mother cats, they abandon their children if they detect a birth defect. So Maya's birth defect is a tail, and I think Mira's birth defect is
heart and lungs.
Yeah, and they do that because they need to preserve resources, so they can only look after the healthy cats. It's like a survival instinct. Yeah. Okay, go on. Yeah.
So the next part talks about her lung and her immune system. So what I find really fascinating is that Amelia prior to this didn't know much about Mira's condition.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she picked up on the lung and the immune system, which what the vet told us as well, that water is going in her lungs and all that each time she breathes. So air circulation is not ideal for her. The breathing issue may also be caused by trauma. And Mira does not seem to be able to breathe properly on her own. So it's like people who don't breathe deeply enough. So what Amelia did was clear her energy and extract the energy from her heart and her lungs. Infuse positive healing energies into her heart and her lungs. And also, if you know about chakras, right? Not just humans, cats also have chakras. So while we were doing our research on like how to save Mira, we realized that, they have chakras, and Mira's root chakra is also ungrounded and unstable, and it slows down her own self-healing capabilities. Yeah.
So these are some of the recommendations. We actually, Godma Fiona has gotten Mira a healer's goal that we put on the bed where she sleeps like at the moment. And we are supposed to review in about a week's time, which is pretty soon. The interesting thing is after Mira had her energy healed, had her energy healing, she actually on that day itself in the afternoon, right, I thought she was going to die because she was not breathing well and she was very weak. But that night after the healing, it was interesting because she started getting up and play at like, I don't know what time, 11,
12 o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah.
You say. I know what you're gonna say.
Then I was joking with Ling. I said, "Oh my god, I'm very tired already. Maybe we should just ask me to heal her only in the day." But apparently, they are like nocturnal animals. So this is Mira. Now she's still growing. She's still doing well, and we'll probably do another healing session for her. And this is Maya.
Yeah. Before we move on to Maya, right? I just want to say that it's been 15 days since we found out about Mira's condition. And the thing is, right, with Mira's condition, we actually thought that we might have to,
Let her go.
let her go last week, and we were emotionally preparing for, another kitten after we let her go, so that Maya has a playmate. So many things we were preparing for, including like how to cremate her, funeral and stuff. But with the energy healing, right? Every day she's jumping around and like a bunny still hunting her sister and mewing the fuck out of like me when she needs food, right? Yeah. Miracle.
Yeah. Okay, you want to share about Maya's?
Okay, for Maya, Amelia cleared her energy field where there were some murky energies. So Maya is sensitive and she absorbs negative energy easily. So this thing, I think Eileen also noticed that she's quite sensitive to energy. Yeah. Amelia also extracted energies of insecurities from her root and her solar plexus. So these are chakras. Maya seems to be unsure about her new owners, which is us, and will need reassurance.
This was before she started kneading and suckling my stomach.
I think after that she trusts you already lah. Plus you probably smell like animals, so they like after that
Okay,
they
thank you. Yeah, so I can see like, so we do the regular stroking, and speaking of reassuring words, because she's very hyperactive and a little bit like aggressive sometimes, but I think she's a bit better now. So we put a moonstone around the area where she sleeps, or I mean today I put it in a sock and try to get her to like interact with it. It's very weird, but never mind. But anyway, this is Maya, and Maya's behavior has changed. I think because of like bonding and everything. Now, right, when I wake up in the morning, I walk out, right, she will meow at me, and then she will come rub herself on me, and then she will look at me because she want like pets and sayang, and then she grooms my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
So
quite a big difference before and after.
yeah. So maybe okay. Let me bring Amelia on. Ta-da! And let me try to and wait, I don't know how to. Okay, you all talk first.
Yeah, we've been like playing meditation music and then like practicing healing, but also trying to be gentle with the healing. And I think they're reacting quite well to it.
Yeah, no, because cats are usually very sensitive to energy on the whole, and actually ever since like ancient history, cats have always been like spiritual beings. So you see like cats included in a lot of folklores, a lot of like, superstition, and you also see like for example they're included in rituals. You know, like for example witches and cats. You know, are always like, together. You know. And actually, interestingly, even like ancient Egypt, cats are also sort of like a part of like the culture of worship, especially because they have like a cat-headed like goddess, which is called Bast, Bast, and interestingly, is like governs like enjoyment and pleasure, etc. Which is essentially the energies of like cats, you know. I mean, it's very interesting because like there are people who just prefer dogs, and then there are people who prefer sort of like cats. And I find that a majority of my clients actually actually have cats more than dogs. But of course, there are like both. Some who have both actually. So what's interesting is that with cats, they tend to be more independent. They also are sort of a little bit more temperamental. But one thing that is very interesting about cats is they are always curious. That's why there's the curiosity kills the cat kind of thing. Because cats are always like really, really curious. But there's one thing about cats which I found sometimes freak people out is that cats actually can see like things like entities and sense negative energies and all very easily. So in fact, I have a few like friends and clients whose cats often are able to give them a heads up about some like negative energy or entities in their environment, and then they can like the moment they notice a change in the behavior, they will quickly like clear them or spray like protection. So they use like their cat's behavior as an indication of some incoming like negative energy or entities, which actually can be like quite useful. But it's because cats have the ability to do that. You see, yeah.
Mm. Do they have to be
Yeah.
trained?
No, that is
Oh.
natural.
Right.
Naturally they respond to certain sort of like energies, which is also why they are very sensitive to humans' energies as well. So, for example, a lot of times the cats, if they find your energy is peaceful and calm, they come around you and then they will sleep. They will just lie down like they're basking in the sun, except they're basking in your energy. And then
Oh.
yeah, so like for example, like when I go to people's like houses or my clients' houses with the cats, a lot of times the cats like sit within a 1 meter radius of me and they end up like sleeping.
Yeah. So I can testify, like we go to a client's house and the cats, right, they were just away from the human beings. Then when Amelia sat down, they came and they sat under her chair. I was like, wow, you got free energy healing today.
Yeah. And they started sleeping. They're like napping under the chair.
Next time I also try go and like 1 meter away from Amelia and then I just take a nap.
No, good idea.
Yeah, but you have to lie on the floor.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So it's because cats actually naturally are responsive to sort of people's like energy. So that's why, for example, if somebody's energy has a lot of like a disruption like in it, and it's not the owner, they actually will avoid or hide from them. Okay. Of course, this is assuming that the cat is in a fairly stable sort of mood. So, for example, if the cat has a lot of trauma in the energy because of like their past and then everything, then this behavior may not be so obvious. They may just avoid people. However, cats with their owners, right, is the opposite, meaning that if you have like negative energies and your cat have already bonded like with you well, then what may happen is the cat will actually help to absorb your negative energy, so you become clearer, and your cats actually end up then manifesting certain sort of illness and issues.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I'm very OCD about it recently. Like every time I go near them, I make sure like the energy is clear. We
Yeah.
are playing calming music.
Yeah.
Like to absorb my negative energy.
Yeah,
I'm
so
also
that's
like I'm also like conscious when I'm around them. I say like, I radiate peace. I'm calm and like, like whatever it is, I just like release it. So before both of us were like, before we go there, like we're very conscious about what state of mind we're in. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we try. Not all the time correct. But then because of this energy healing and everything with the cats, right? So we decided that Amelia can do a cat energy healing workshop and
Yay!
teach people how to clear their cat's energy. Okay, let me try and show the poster.
okay.
Share
Clear the
screen.
cat's energy.
Here-
So like accumulated over the years also can clear.
No, so basically, right, what happens is that there is the input versus the output. Okay, because cats, when you have a sensitive energy, you can actually clear and heal faster, unless there is an issue that is blocking you from doing it. Yeah. So basically, what happens is that a lot of people, a lot of cats, their owners have so much negative energy and stress that the cats cannot absorb enough to clear. Okay.
Oh my god.
And this especially if the cat is the only cat in the house. So let's say if there's 4 cats in the house, then the load is divided. But if you only have 1 cat and you're highly stressed, then your cat is basically absorbing most of your negative
my
energy.
god.
Yeah. And so if there is a lot of input and your cat cannot clear enough in time, then it becomes an issue for the cat. So that's why like sometimes if your cat have serious sort of like issues that were not inherited, meaning like from hereditary from birth, then most likely it's because of the interaction like with the owners or lifestyle, etc. Yeah. So for me, it's like whenever like cats and their owners come to me for healing, I will also I will also recommend that the owners learn how to heal on a daily basis in small doses. Yeah. So that's why the energy healing for cats, the introductory course, is to help first of all people to understand the energetic system of your cat, because the like some people they think that, oh, cats are like any other animals and they are like us and all, but the reality is that cats are like probably like maybe at least 10 times more sensitive than a human like is.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's one thing. So therefore, when you understand the energetic system, you can provide a better sort of like life, or even be able to understand like your cat and bond with your cat a little bit better. I think that's one thing. And then also there are certain sort of like issues that often can cause your cat to feel like sick or have changes in like behavior. So these are things that our owners need to sort of like look out for, instead of just attributing it to, oh, the cat, like for especially like if a cat is a kitten growing up, right? Sometimes owners think that, oh, it's because they are growing up, that's why they have like changes in pattern. But in reality, because cats are so sensitive, most likely they are reacting to something in the environmental energies or their owner's energy. Yeah. So, so the other thing that will be good, and then of course there are different methods that that you can, for example, using let's say crystal or certain things that you can put in your house, or certain methods that you can play with your cat that can actually help like your energy. Yeah. And of course I always recommend that you can learn some simple healing that you can actually do on a daily basis, like your cats, so for example, stroking your cat, right, helps actually to stabilize and calm them. Okay. But on condition that your own energy has to be clear when you're stroking the cat.
Yeah.
So if you're like in a very like stressed out mode and you're like stroking a cat, because
Send it back to her.
then it's the other way around, the cat is healing you.
Oh no.
Your lovely sort of cat or kitten is actually helping you to feel like calm, but you are definitely transferring negative energy to your cat. After that, you need to help the cat to clear that stuff.
Oh my god.
有借有还, you know.
So it's like give and take, you see. Yeah. So that's why it's like you need to actually make sure that are you healing the cat or the cat is healing you. But usually it is a cycle. So sometimes you heal the cat, sometimes the cat is healing you. Yeah. But for some with like in this case here, let's say with like Mira, whereby her she comes with certain hereditary sort of like conditions. Energy healing on a daily basis can help her to kind of prolong her life literally. Because similar to the human sort of like system, right? Issues with the lungs is usually due to like feeling like they cannot continue to live. So often with like rescue cats or kittens, especially if they have trauma, like in when they're still like in the womb of like their mother, they come up feel lacking like the will like to live. Yeah. So just like with humans, right, you can quote unquote perform a miracle by giving them a reason why they live. I mean, when we work with humans, like for example with cancer and everything, the prognosis can say they have 3 months left, but they can actually drag on for another 6 years or even 10 years. A lot of it is actually the human will to live. So same thing with I think cats. It's also giving, let's say, Mira a reason why she wants to continue and like to be like around, yeah. And then of course it's like like healthy like diet and energy building will like help. And also like even things like, for example, like with like her heart, I mean it's a inherent sort of like issue, but with energy healing you should be able to at least help her to feel like more comfortable. And I think the whole thing is about making sure that whatever existing like amount of time that she has left, or even though you would like to prolong it, is just to focus on the present and like make it happy like for her.
Yeah. So we really like our attitudes are like, okay, we take it one day at a time. We give her what we can and then we see how it goes. And so far so good. And I think having siblings help. Because I think if Mira was alone, it will be a bit difficult because Maya has been a great encourager.
Yeah.
Like Maya would play with her, or like she will go and eat, then Mira kepo, so go
Yeah.
and follow, go and
Yeah.
try. So there's someone to motivate like her actions, and because Maya is more active, so it helps Mira to play. But then when she tired, she will sit down there and then she like that.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, okay, you rest, you rest. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a question for like, so does that mean that maybe a lot of cats who were rescued would maybe have suffered some kind of trauma?
Yes, but it's just like with humans, you see. It depends on what kind of original personality they are born like with. So there are some whereby they are born, let's say, I mean, unfortunately, because a lot of these rescue cats, we don't know exactly when they're born, so we can't look at their birth charts. However, we look at the energies, right? We can sometimes see that, like, for example, I'll notice that certain core energies are sort of like different. So, for example, Sally, the shamanic healer, she also has like a cat. So her cat, although it's also kind of like originally was a stray, I think. This particular cat, right, the core energy is very strong. So it's a survivor type of like energy. And so there is not a lot of trauma. There's negative energy, stress, etc. But there's no like inherent trauma in the energy. Yeah. So it's not a consistent thing. So therefore, I feel that a lot might be also due to the original core energy of the cat, and the cat coming into this sort of a life like time, and what level of energies they come in with. Because one way to tell like the different level of energies of a cat is looking at a cat's eyes. Okay, I don't know if you have done this, because I work with a lot of cats. So like, there are some cats where you look at them, you know, okay, this is a cat or kitten. Okay, there are some cats when you look at them and you think, oh my god, this is like a human. You look at the experience where you look at a cat and a cat looks at you and a cat's eyes is like they're almost human.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so there is a different level, I feel, of a consciousness also that exists with cats, very much like with humans as well. Yeah. So that's why but interestingly, the cat's consciousness and energies can evolve, and a lot of the evolution will depend on the owners as well. Yeah.
Is there a reason? Okay, do you think? Okay, this is very weird. I don't even know how to ask. Like, we suddenly have cats, right? Do you think for some weird reason these cats were given to us? You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
of all
Yeah.
cats that we adopt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with cats especially, there it is just like people say there is no coincidence, and it's never random. There is some kind of like a plan like at play. And also cats in themselves, right, often function as spirit guides, and they can, just as you can take care of them, but they can also be like your teachers.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when a cat sort of come into your life, there is reason to suspect that there's some sort of like lesson there for you. Yeah. And I think it happens a lot with like different like animals. So most commonly, a pet like cat or dog or rabbit or hamster or anything, any pet comes into somebody's life to teach them how to love. Yeah, because even though like the animals have different like personalities, the pets have different personalities, but the interaction between a pet and the owner is very clear cut and pure. So although cats have ability, especially those that are highly sort of like conscious and intelligent, to manipulate their owners. But most of the time, if you observe like pet owners and their pets, the energy is quite pure, you know, and it's always about learning about love. Yeah.
Mm.
And I mean, it's interesting. I've noticed, like, like a couple that have a cat, like, or a dog, they can speak more words of love to their pets than to each other.
It's true. Oh my god.
Hey.
If one parent wants to be the favorite, is the energy still pure?
I mean,
Uh,
not my fault. They like me more.
it is common to compete for like attention. Okay.
Uh,
Even cats to cats, they compete for attention. I mean,
True.
one interesting like incident is I have a client who have 4 cats. So the latest entrant, which is the youngest one that entered like the house, right, had a hard time sort of like getting used to it because there was competition, competing for the energy of the owner. So I mean, just as the cats can compete for the energy of the for the love of the owner, I guess the owners can compete for the love of the cat. Yeah, but you have to be careful because cats actually interact differently to different like people's like energy. So
Yeah.
like and they may give, let's say for example, if Ling, you want them to make you feel like that you're their mother, then they would behave with you in such a way whereby they help you to feel like you are their mother. Okay. Then let's say if Eileen wants a more equal relationship with that, it's like, oh, this is my friend or something. Then they will behave with Eileen like
a
their
friend.
rather than looking up to Eileen like as a parent. Yeah.
Yeah. I can get that lah. Yeah. I think it's funny you talked about love earlier. Like, the cats coming into our lives and teaching us about love, right? The kittens came in the week where in your distant healing report, you actually said that there's a tendency for me to close my heart up when there's like difficulties and all of that lah. So, amidst the whole, like, both of us, when we found out about it, amidst the whole bitterness, asking why us, why her, why this and that, I think it was exceptionally painful to keep saying, like, to keep the heart open and to just let her in, not close the experience off and just be very, like, present day to day. Yeah. Still loving her lah, despite everything.
So the key thing to understand is that cats do not perceive time the same way that humans sort of do. Cats are a lot more about the present. So humans tend to, like, for example, your focus is, oh, she doesn't have very long to live. That becomes your focus. So it becomes a negative focus. Okay? But for the cat, the focus is on enjoying the every single day that she is still living and breathing. Yeah. So
what a good attitude.
For cats, it's like, that's why they can be so curious. That's why they are like sometimes have short attention span.
Oh dear.
Oh, they have very short.
They are only focused at whatever is on hand. And the moment they get bored, then they will walk away. So cats are actually a good lesson in how to say no to things.
Boundaries.
It's like they don't care whether you spend $50 on this toy. It's not nice to play. They will just walk away. They don't care.
With a string.
Yes, a shoelace. Yeah.
Then usually it's the owners that say, I spent $50. They just don't like it.
Yeah. That's a big lesson for us there. Like, I think for me also, like, I learned a lot about control.
Oh yeah, okay. Do you want to share that?
Oh god. Like how I love like being in control and all that, right? And then with kittens, you literally have nothing in your control. The house is out of control. The heart condition is out of our control. The timeline is out of our control. So I think I in the last couple of weeks I went into overdrive, trying to clean the house, trying to put all my energy into making toys for them, trying to just very negative lah. All in all, just trying to control the situation whatever way I can. Yeah, cannot lah, not
Yeah.
healthy.
And then I had to learn how to expand even more and stay calm, even when all three are like in the house. Then got light bulb break lah, got this happen. I'm like, okay, stay calm. So I try to
Yeah,
calm the energy. Last time I will complain. I'll be like
yeah,
very disgruntled. But now I learn to stay calm, play calming music.
yeah,
Hello, everybody, including the cats, cause negative energy.
yeah.
And then just learn to be able to accommodate more by staying calm and realizing that something chaotic that happens in the house, for example, it will pass. And also how to build harmony. So for example, if we like this particular lamp a lot, right, and we don't want the cats to destroy it, then we cat proof it lah.
Yeah.
Then we don't cats are interesting. Like the more energy you spend on trying to stop them, right, the more they want to do it. So sometimes you just let them go and smell and explore. After that, they sian already. They just they just want to be curious. And if you let that happen and let that go and not be too sort of controlling around the house, right, actually there's a lot of harmony and joy in the interaction between both human and cats. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I sort of noticed.
For cats, right? Usually, if they are restless and they are sort of destroying quote unquote things, it's because they have some kind of energies that they are trying to clear. Okay, because unlike humans, whereby, for example, if you have some issues you want to clear, you can come for let's say a consultation session and talk about it, right? Or choose a music and play and do a meditation, etc. But where cats are concerned, the only way to vent some of the emotions, or clear some of the energies that are surfacing is through movement. Yeah. So that's why sometimes it's like if your cat is destroying something or is very, very restless, healing might be a good way to calm them down. Okay? The second possibility is that someone in the house is very restless, even if they appear to be calm, but because cats respond to the energy and not whatever facade you're trying to put up.
maybe that's why Maya is very restless.
Yeah.
Maybe I guess so.
Like if you're very restless, then Maya will respond to that restless energy. Like, so you can say all you want, like I'm very calm, I listen to meditation, I like meditating, but your cats will tell the truth. They will respond.
It was me. So question, right? So these techniques that you are going to teach, right, which is great, right? Can they be used on humans too?
Yes, except that the stroking, I don't think you actually
I try on Eileen, I let you know.
For example, there are certain parts of let's say, for example, if you're trying to help your cat to relieve like the throat like chakra, okay, especially because throat chakra sometimes is where they have certain, like let's say they are upset with you and they cannot vent it, then sometimes the throat chakra sucks. Then of course you want to stroke like their throat, like or like work from the chin to the throat like down, okay? Which I don't think is something that you can really do like for humans. Yeah, but we try. You can try and tell me how it goes. Okay. And then things like, for example, like if you want to stabilize the cat's like root chakra, your cat's root chakra, the root chakra is around the tail area. So which is basically corresponds to a human's butt. So I don't think you really like go and like stroke in a circular manner somebody's butt.
No thanks.
Your cat.
Nope.
More stressful for me.
But some techniques, like for example, infusing of energy, etc. So long as you get the human chakras like right versus the cat chakras, because it's in slightly different place, right? Then you can use the same sort of like technique. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So in
Okay.
fact, like recently, like I did I taught Fiona a technique to work on gray. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
Okay, then okay, so it says okay, so a few things, right? The workshop is on 24th of November,
Mm-hmm.
from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. So it'll be 2 hours, and
Mm-hmm.
the energy exchange is 68, and of which 40% will be
Mm,
donated to animal charity so that we can
yes.
save more cats.
Mm.
And have your cat with you for this workshop. So I have a question:
Mm.
if the cat that just want to do their own thing for the workshop, like can the humans still learn, because sometimes they are
Yes.
not controllable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Mm,
So the owners can still like learn the techniques, and
mm,
Mm.
then they can sort of try it out on your cats like later.
mm,
Uh,
Mm.
if you have been regularly bonding like with your cat, then
mm,
usually the cats naturally come because they're curious,
mm,
Mm.
and they can feel like the energy that is being sort of like generated. Okay.
Mm.
However, the if the cat avoid you, right, it means that when you're learning the technique, some of your own negative energy or trauma or issues surface. In which
Mm.
case, your cat will give you a white birth.
mm. It's like,
Yeah.
no, clear
Yeah.
yourself first.
However, I think some of these techniques, I mean, for the people who are coming to sort of like attend this workshop, we can
Mm.
actually accept some of the techniques and actually put it, for example, on YouTube, and then people can go and revisit it. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm,
Okay.
okay, and how can they sign up for it if they're interested? Maybe I can type it
Yes.
in. Mm,
Flash the
workshop to email to events at delumia.com. Is that right?
yeah
Okay,
dot
let me
com dot sg,
.com.sg
yeah,
or
or they
email.
can WhatsApp
What's that?
WhatsApp
Mm.
9749
9749
2857.
2857.
Mm.
Okay, let me put down for. Okay. Okay, and does any Ling, you have anything else? If not, I think we are more or less okay. But 2 weeks later, we are going to do a little bit of a live demo with Cheryl. Cheryl has agreed to do it. But then my question would be, okay, shall I put Cheryl on screen? Cheryl, are you there? Are you ready? Shall I show you? Okay lah.
Oh, there she
I
is.
just huh? Sure. Oh, that's
Oh,
that. Oh, you look great, Cheryl.
wait.
You look like a judge.
Totally never give her warning or what?
Thanks,
Hi.
ah.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah.
Cheryl B.
Hi, baby.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
So, what can we live demo?
We can live demo how the cat runs away from us.
Really?
She run away from us, but she doesn't like being carried.
Oh, because
so
your cat is
wait,
deaf, right?
to give some
Yes.
context. Okay, can you give me some context of your cat's health condition? Look at us, we are all we are all have
So,
cats.
okay, so our cat is a rescue cat, and we don't really know the full history because the earliest part that we know, she was actually rescued out from ABS, sent to another fosterer parent who gave her up again. So then she came to us. When she came to us,
And the previous owners gave her up because she was fighting with other cats. Apparently, she has to be a solo cat. She doesn't
Oh.
belong to other cats. Yeah.
yeah. And then when she came to us, she was already like completely deaf as a doorknob. And then she has like hernia. So she had
Oh my
a
God.
big hernia where her intestines actually were bulging out through the muscle wall of her abdomen. So she had to go for a pretty major surgery. Her scar is very big. But she's a trooper. She seems to be healing very well. Like no pain also, like no difference like that. She's still very curious. She will follow us all over the house. And because she's deaf, she has no volume control, right? So sometimes when she's sleeping and she kind of stun shock, right? She'll just wake up and then she start meowing, screaming at the top of her lungs. You know? But when she sees us, generally she's okay. So I think she's just like scared lah for a moment. Yeah, she'll follow us all over the place and she's quite nyama. So when we watch TV and all that, she'll jump up and cuddle next to us.
Aww.
Yeah. She likes being stroked, she like being near us, but she doesn't like being carried. I don't know whether it's because surgery and all that is still hurting, but I think even before the surgery, she also didn't really like being carried. Yeah, she don't like being brushed also. She has long fur, so I don't know whether the brushing actually hurts her or not, but most cats like it because it's shook, right? She doesn't really seem to like it. She'll tolerate it sometimes, but that's pretty much it.
So in that case, what can we like show a little bit of?
Okay, so usually if a cat doesn't like to be carried, especially if they are a rescue cat, right, it's because they feel less secure when they are away from the ground. Because you see, when you carry a cat, right, the cat basically has surrendered control over to you, right? You imagine it, somebody carrying you, your feet is off the ground, you have basically surrendered control to the person that is carrying you, right? So if you feel secure and you trust the people enough, then you are okay. So if she doesn't like to be carried, it will usually be because there is a lot of she feels insecure when her feet is on the ground. So that's why she needs to feel like there's something sort of like solid. So in which case, if you want to do healing on her, it's best that you put her on a table. And usually, if let's say she doesn't like to be combed, energetically, it could be due to previously sustained trauma, whereby either like her sort of her fur was actually used and it caused pain. So she's scared because when you're brushing, so even though you're just brushing her, she thinks that, it could actually lead to more pain, So usually I would suggest that you help to calm her by stroking her from her head all the way to the tail in long strokes, just to calm her down first. Yeah. And also for if she has been sort of like gone through like one family and then had to like go away, because if a cat is feeling very insecure, put into an environment with other cats, what will happen is that they will try to compete for attention. Yeah. So if they are not given any attention as well, their behavior will become more and more aggressive and outrageous. Yeah. In order to like gain the attention of the owner. So sometimes it backfire and the owner will feel like, oh, this is a naughty cat, so give it away or something. So yeah. So that's why it's a bit sad. Yeah.
But anyway, this is what we can do. Okay, we have 3 cats in total. Okay, Ling can take Mira, I can take Maya. You guys can take. Is her name confirmed already? They're still figuring out because she's deaf, so the name doesn't matter.
For now, just for these few days, her name is Pimple. Ask me why.
Okay.
What?
Why?
No, I don't want to ask.
Ask! Come on.
Why?
Because she's got a lot of substance. Thank you, Ami. And number 2 reason is because she grows on you.
Oh.
Okay.
Please,
But
somebody.
but it's not a very because people like to squeeze pimples. Actually, you can try a few names, right? And you call and see which one she respond to. Then that one can be her.
But she's deaf though. She can't really hear. So
Maybe
we kind of
Energetically.
Beethoven is deaf and he composed like
see whether she react lah.
no, because some cats actually they react to the vibrations in the air. So it doesn't really they can't understand your English or Chinese.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
They are actually feeling the vibration. I don't think they can like I'm a cat. I'm an English speaking cat.
Pimple, where are you? Pimple!
Oh my
Why do you call
god.
me Pimple? I'm very upset.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I think you can just try call the name and see if she respond. Sometimes when you call the name, right, it could be also the energy behind the name that she's responding to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can try. We can
Try.
try. Yeah.
The short
can
form
try-
of pimple is pimp, you know.
I can deal with that. We originally wanted to call her Pookie. Then we found out from a lot of well-meaning fans that it's actually a bad word.
It is. It's a bad Malay word.
Yeah. So we're a bit sad.
So we try like if Pookie or Pimple or whatever her name is going to be doesn't want, we still have Maya and Mira to be around to see like the effects of it, and then we see how it goes lah. But that would be 2 weeks later. I think it will be like quite fun. And then lastly, I just want to share this again, which is the yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Link, can you go and join this?
What's that? Oh,
Huh?
yeah.
And go and learn, and then you can come and do on them, and then you can teach me. Okay, very good.
Energetic system and chakras of your cat. Yeah, I realized that cats have very interesting chakra system. They have like at their shoulders. Yeah.
Actually, humans also have. It's just that it's whether the chakras are important or not. So even like for the cats, right? I mean, for the basic first introduction class, you can actually focus on some of the important chakras like the root, the solar plexus, the throat, and the crown, because these are the ones that actually have more relevance to like the daily interactions and life. Yeah, because for example, the root is important because if your root chakra is unstable, then your cat can't like detox negative energies easily and smoothly. Yeah. And also like if cats have insecurity issues, it's usually the root and solar plexus issue. Yeah. So like in Cheryl's like cat, it could actually be because so like working on the root chakra and the solar plexus might help her to feel more secure. Yeah. But in the meantime, before like next week when you're trying to do the demo, right, you may want to see whether is there a corner space or something that that your cat can go to feel safe. Yeah, because for example, one of my client's cat, right, every time he needs to feel safe and undisturbed, he will go and hide in one of the cupboards. Because the cupboard is like warm
Enclosed.
and like enclosed, and it's like within like his control, so he likes it. Yeah.
So, Ami, actually, I have a question. This workshop, right, and these healing techniques only applies to cats. How about dogs?
You can use it on dogs, but dogs will be slightly different because dogs and cats, the temperament is different. So I will, so there will be slight modification. But like certain methods you can use, like infusing energy into the root chakra. If you can find the dog's root chakra, you can infuse energy into root chakra too. You know.
It's literally the butthole, right?
Yeah, but dogs actually are like their temperament versus cats are different. So it's more like when you understand the energetic systems of the dog, what is it that like you may want to tweak some of your behavior towards the dog versus a cat.
Okay. So we'll see everybody 2 weeks later with unnamed cat included. Maybe by then there will be a name. And then if you're interested to join the workshop, remember to email. The thing is in the Facebook chat. And then thank you, Ami, and thank you, Cheryl, and everybody. And thank you for sharing so much about cat energy.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.